To the good.
Rolling on them choppers.
It's Hot Thoughts. We all high. Y'all know what time it is. You see that sign? It's time to air it out, man. Got Pico, Dead in Red, and the infamous Tex, man, in the building. What's going down?
What's up, baby? How y'all doing, man? Y'all good?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Big
holding not folding, goddamn it.
I feel like I already got a little second high already. Goddamn.
You gonna get some more.
I feel it in here, man. Hey, but yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Y'all boys kicking ass. Y'all doing good, man. Hey, I've been seeing y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
It's definitely great, you know what I'm saying, to get that from somebody such as yourself. You know what I'm saying? You done put in a lot of footprints across this Texas market. I mean, just the music market in general, just in being a part of the culture. So for the people that don't know, let's take it back to, like, your upbringing. Where exactly were you from, and what was it like growing up?
So I'm from Northwest Houston. Well, I'd say it was my stomping grounds. 'Cause I went to school out there. I lived just about all over town, but I'm the cat from the north side for sure. You know what I'm saying? My family, they're all from the Northeast. Lived, but Northwest, I would have to say that's Northwest definitely where I call home. Went to school, went to Jersey Village High School, and I would say the golden era of the Houston hip hop scene, which was like, I was in high school in like 2000 to 2002, 2003, all that, which was, Houston was really just,
on fire.
We was on fire,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when a lot of, we still had, you know, a lot of the freestyle, even like the Swish House stuff. Like when I was coming up, Swish House was killing it.
Yeah.
And I became just such a big Houston hip hop fan that, you know, I studied the game, right? And eventually I had to go back and do my research and find out all about the South Side, right? And about Screw, you know what I mean? I heard of Screw and all that, but I didn't know the whole details, because my first introduction to the screwed up type of music was hearing like the Swish House stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
But that influenced me to start doing freestyles myself. You know, I rapped for like the first 15 years of me doing what I was doing, you know, but I was also that guy that did all my own videos, learned how to do my own, you know, making beats, learning, putting my CDs together, recording the graphics, you know, and that's what I feel like what really kept me in the game the longest, was because when I stopped doing music in 2015, I was able to continue just
one-stop shop.
Because around that 2015, 2016, that's when, you know, the podcast and started, shit just changed. The platforms really started changing everything. And I was able to continue to really just flourish because of all those other things that I did aside from just the music part. And right now, you know, we have a Hustletown network, and I feel like we're successful at what we do. I say as a team, but as far as what we do, because of me doing music also, right? So I've been an artist. I know how artists, what they want, what they think, with the stress of, you know, trying to chase that dream, but you also got family stuff you got to take care of, you know what I mean? So it was like I was shooting in the gym with them at one time, so I know how to connect with them, and I feel like that's why I got some of the best, you know, relationships, you know, here in the city, from the OGs to the new people in the game. You know what I mean? But I ramble sometimes. So
now you good.
If I start going off topic from the question, just let me know.
Nah, it's good. Do your thing. I want to ask you, what would you say was your actual first introduction into the Houston music scene, or that first artist you connected with, aside from yourself, to where it's like, okay, we can either work together, whether it's rapping together, or I can help you in this way.
Two people. One was South Park Mexican. At the time, it was 2001, and I was listening to his music. I was a Napster teenager. Right. So I was one of the first ones at my school with the CD burner and then Napster. I was ahead of the game on it. I didn't do sports, nothing like that. I was more on the computers and DJing and wanted to start doing that. Right. And
I'm glad you explained that, because I was like, what the fuck is a Napster?
Yeah. Napster. We was downloading. It was the first original, you know, when MP3s was starting to become a thing. And eventually, because people were able to download the music, basically stealing music, that's what evolved into the streaming that we have now. So now they can still listen to people's shit without putting the CDs and all that, but they're still getting paid now. Before they weren't, so it became all kinds of legal issues for Napster. They eventually shut down Napster and LimeWire and all that stuff.
Was it like I would go Pirates Bay?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Pirates Bay was with the movie videos where you could download movies.
Yeah.
This was downloading. This was downloading the music. But I was listening to the music I was downloading, but the SPM I had got put on the South Park Mexican at the time, and it's crazy because I was playing one of his songs, and my cousin who lived with me at the time, she was like, "Oh, that's Carlos. That's who's about to pick me up right now." I'm like, "What the hell?" For real? And I instantly got Star Trek. I was like a big fan because it was a Mexican. Yeah. It was a Mexican, and he was saying Houston stuff, and I'm a Mexican, right? I was listening to all black artists and stuff like that. But I'm hearing this Mexican, and it was making okay, man. So that was kind of my first little man. I could probably do this type of stuff, right?
Was you like, you should marry him?
Well, yeah. No. So check this out. So she was going on a date with him. So I got all hyped up, called the homies like right there on the street.
Yeah.
We're burning his CDs. They all pulled up, man. I had like 4 or 5, and we're all in middle school, and we're all standing outside the block. And he pulls up in his $80,000 Benz. And he walks up, he's all short in the same way, "Hey, what's up, fellas?" Da da da. And I'm like, it's fucking him. So he was there for about an hour talking to my mom, everybody else. My mom liked his music too, and so after when he left, and I went to school the next day, and it's crazy because my little niece, my uncle took a picture for us, and it was the ones you had to develop back in the day, the disposable
type shit.
Yeah, but like the disposable ones though, right? And so, man, I was waiting on that picture, and you had to go develop them back in the day too. So I had to wait like a day or two.
And shit.
Man, I went and picked it up, and they were all white. Well, my little niece was like 2. She did the exposure and fucked it up. So that picture went away, and it kind of like fuck. But that was like, that instantly, I'm like, man, I just met the man. I just shook his hand, got an autograph and everything. Yeah. So that was one. But the other one, I would say, is to my boy Lil C, to Get Money Pro. He just dropped it. He actually just dropped a couple of videos recently. Yeah. I'm on both of them. He had Brick Made back in the day. He was, so back 20-something years ago, in every high school, there was like 1 or 2 rappers. Now it's like every class there's rappers in there, multiple. Right?
Yeah.
It's
Over-exaggeration.
Oh, yeah. So at Jersey Village, Lil C was the main one that everybody knew was that he was the rapper guy. And he actually had his CDs pressed up, wrapped up. They were in Best Buy. Like, he was ahead of the game before everybody else that were just burning and, that type of thing. Yeah. So I had got put on to him, and I started selling his CDs and selling him for like him, 50-50 Twin, OG Ron C, the people he was messing with, and he would sell them to me for 5. I turn around selling for 10. Learning how to hustle and all that. And then I started realizing, a lot of these CDs, they're burnt. They're like, but they had the pressure where you press your
pitch on the CD.
Yeah, the sticker, like the Swish House, after the Kappa and all them type of CDs. Yeah. And so I just did my research on how to do it. And before you know it, man, like within a month, I had this set up at home with the mic, and it just started going from there. I started doing music too, and as I was going, I wanted to listen to more and more. And so, I was getting put on again since I was from the north side. I was listening to Chameleon there. I was a big Flip fan from the south side. Yeah. Then Paul Wall, Slim, and all them, and so those guys, again, the golden era when it was really just when we were all starting to come up, man. And of course, 2006 when everything really just blew up for Houston. That was really,
it did.
And so I was in that wave, but just I was in the background, kind of watching, like, man, I want that to be me one day. And but that was my introduction. Would be Lil C to Get Money Pro, and South Park Mexican.
Okay, and from that early connection with SPM, just like in that quick interaction, did job form like, maybe come together, do some music, come together, do some business, or like was that just like, an early influence that you saw around and, you could do?
It was just an early influence. And in fact, I didn't, literally like 6 months later is when he went to jail or he got locked up. Because he got locked up in like 2002, so it was like 2001 when he came in. And so from there, he just got locked up, and then I was just a regular fan and, an artist that, was influenced by him, but never had any type of relation with him until finally when I started Hustletown Network, which was in 2017, which I would say we really just had good timing because that was right around the time. It was like a podcast that was there, but it wasn't just there for everybody just yet. It gave everybody else another avenue, I feel like, people who were artists that have been doing it for a long time now, to have another avenue to start doing stuff and putting on for other people too. Right. You know what I mean? Like you got like y'all, what y'all are doing, the Mike D podcast, he's an artist, but he still has another avenue and doesn't have to sit here and just music,
Right.
Because that shit can get stressful, right?
Yeah,
when you're an artist, it's just, you got to have different ways of doing stuff.
It's nerve-wracking, bro.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. Yeah. It's like your first love. who just dissed the shit out you and fucked your best friend.
Yeah. The game, I'm gonna tell you like this: the rap game is like the dope game too.
Man,
you know,
it's worse because the street rules don't apply in the rap game.
Yeah. So, but when we started Hustletown Network, one of the first people so Hustletown Network was started with Jessica Jeans with 97.9. So she was with 97.9 The Box. I was not. I was. We were married. We were married. Me and Jessica Jeans from the radio station, and I was at that time in 2017. Since this was a new thing, was the podcasting platforms. The program directors there at the station kind of encouraged all the jocks to have outside stuff that they do aside from being on air, which is like Kiati had On the Radar. Everyone had their certain little things that they did interacting outside of just the station.
The station,
Like, you got to get on this platform shit. Y'all got to do more than just. So once she told me that, I said, man, shit, I kind of came up with a lot of the formula for what was going to be Hustletown Network, which was going to be like, my idea was kind of like Street Flavor, or like when shout out to Mad Hatter, for doing the Straight from the Street stuff back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? I was kind of influenced by that because we hadn't had that in a while. Like, and remember, we had the early 2000s stuff, and when the spotlight was on us, and then it went away, and it went to Miami, then Atlanta, and all these other places for a while. It wasn't really just back on Houston again. But I wanted to bring back that same type of feel what we did have when, we were having the artists that were getting played back then in Houston. So Hustletown became an avenue where we can still highlight those that weren't getting that radio play. Because radio's it's a tricky game. Radio's corporate.
At the end of the day,
very corporate with them.
Yeah. It's kind of, I wouldn't say ran by the labels, but the labels are the ones who have the relationships with who sends the songs, who's the next single, take that Khaled record off, put this new one on, that one, play it 2 times every hour, that type of stuff. It's a business at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so me as an artist, or who was an artist at one time, I remember the frustration being like, the fuck, they don't ever support the locals.
Right.
So this was
and they're supposed to.
Yeah.
At least an hour every day.
Well, at least. Or, in the times that they would, you'd get lucky. It'd be like, during shout out to GT Main and them, they would do the hard drive at 5, the mixes. That's where you would get to hear some of the Killer Calleones and some other people that were doing stuff outside of the main commercial records.
How much do you think, would you say that hurt the local culture, the local artists?
It not as much as I thought at the time. As an artist, I thought it would cause some damage, but really, in reality, we had so many other platforms that were coming up now for artists to blow up and make a lot more money than just how it was on radio. Like, growing up in our era, it was like you got on the radio, you made it. That's what signified you made it.
Yeah.
But if you think about it now, like some of the hottest artists, like even like Nipsey Hussle and all them, like he's a legend. He wasn't even really on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of streaming. So streaming is what really kind of took over that now to where, it's still an accolade if you get on the radio, but that really don't mean shit nowadays. Like,
No, it don't.
You might get played on the radio here and there, and even to get that one time, it's like, okay, the people who listen to it, it's not like DVR, you can go back and rewind it.
Yeah.
So, but which is also why now we film and upload the interviews and stuff that we do now too to YouTube and all that, because like, like when Breakfast Club and them came out, they were killing the game right there with all that stuff. And so when I had got on board with the box, it was my goal was to bring them and kick Breakfast Club's ass. You know what I mean? Like to get them up to that level. And,
let me ask you this about the box, right?
Yeah.
How long? Like, it just seems like they got rid of people who could have really took over. Because at some point, Mad Hatter, house brand names in Houston for shit show did their thing, brought they thing to the game. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, it seemed like the ability for somebody to move up, who had the ability to be a new voice and a new face of the top tier show, which was The Morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just seems like it didn't happen.
Yeah. I'll say it like this. So, like me being someone from Houston, I know what the stations need. But I'm not in that position, right? But I know in my opinion, I would have it this way. We would have locals at least at fucking after 11 o'clock at night or something. Yeah. Right? Some type of, even after midnight, whatever. Like, fuck it, wherever you got to throw us in, fit us in somewhere.
In there, yeah.
But, like I said, it's a corporate station. And me being there, like working at the station now, I know that, a lot of the people there that actually run it are not from Texas.
They're not at all.
A lot of, and in radio, a lot of them, that's how it is. You may have someone that's from Texas and if you want to stay in radio, once you leave the station or you're no longer with them, you got to go apply somewhere. And you may get hired in Cincinnati or in Albuquerque or something. So a lot of these legacy radio jocks came from somewhere else. Even Hatter came from North Carolina before he was even here. You know what I mean? So now that we are 10, 15, 20 years later now, as many changes there's been, it's no longer really just ran by people. The main people that make a lot of decisions are not really from Houston, right? Now, they've been adapted and they've acclimated to the Houston culture, and they understand that we're different. Here, you gotta put on for Screws some time and all that. So they still show love, like on June 27th and on Screws' birthday. They'll do that, and that's really our only time when you do get to hear some of that stuff in rotation. But I feel like it's a mix of.
Is it too corporate or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's not just, check this out. It's not just the box. It's all the stations in America.
The beat too.
Even over there, the iHeart stations and all. Those are iHeart Radio One. Those are the corporate ones, right? Occasionally we have a mom and pop station that'll come around that can do stuff like that. Like
we had the 90.1.
90.1.
90.1.
Questions. Because a lot of people
shout
I see like they'll fault the DJs for that. Like they're in there in those corporate jobs, those corporate radio jobs. In those positions, do we blame the DJs or is it more so like
no, they're taking orders?
Yeah, they're just being told what to play.
Yeah, I mean, and they're not even really having to play much at all because nowadays, I mean, it's been almost since 20 years now, since like 2006 was when it switched over to digital from the analog type of radio. Before, they were actually playing the records and how to put the CDs in on it. Now, for the past like almost 20 years, it's literally it's digital, right? Like it's literally, you see a screen of what's going to be played. I can go up there right now and see what's going to be played all day tomorrow and exactly what time and all that type of thing, right? And that's because, and that's across America. That's not just here in Houston. That's those companies that own this one here in Houston own all of them. The 97.9, the Beat in Dallas, they're all sister stations. And so that's why when you go out, sometimes you may go to Dallas, you put on their radio station, it sounds just like ours.
For sure.
The same radio sounds, the same I Just Got Here.com commercials are playing out there. They're nationwide.
That shit, it hurts the state.
Yeah, well, it hurts. What I feel like it does kind of hinder the underground scene now because it's a whole monopoly on that end. And of course, radio ain't ever gonna go nowhere. Like it's gonna still be big, even though most people don't even really listen to it. Like us, we listen to other stuff, streaming and stuff. But there's still a lot of companies that advertise on there and that keep them alive. Keep it going. And so it's still gonna be there for a while. And even after radio jocks are done, AI is right down the corner. I guarantee you they can
be AI DJs.
Or they can easily get someone to voice record and do all these things. Now you got Hatter and AI who ain't even there no more. He's just getting a check for his, and and that's probably what it's going to be going to is something like that, like where it'll be more AI the whole time. But yeah, it's now that I work there, I understand though because I was the most anti-radio guy at one point. Like when there was a lot of the bands that were going on at one time, and like I was rocking with K Reno for years because when I was a rapper, and I was like, fuck man, and I had disc records on the box at one time, this and that as a rapper, what I mean? And then now to be on this side, the whole 360, and I understand. I don't blame radio. I don't blame them as to why they're not playing us. Because now I understand why for a jock or like they can't just sit there and play whatever they want or they're not. I'll put it this way: they're not playing those same songs that we hear every hour because it's their favorite song. At the end of it, it's a job.
It's business,
right? Yeah, it is, and it's like so when artists do try to give the record to a jock, a lot of times it's almost pointless because they can't do nothing about it even if they like it. It's kind of like I'll tell you one thing. Jessica Jeans, shout out to Jessica Jeans. She said something that kind of resonated to me. I'm like, okay, I get it now. It's like you being a cook and everybody in the hood knows you got the bomb ass burgers. Everybody fucking with it, right? And you going up to McDonald's trying to tell the worker at the front like, hey, look, man, put this on the menu. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Take a bite. Check it out. I believe you, sir. But I can't do that. It's a corporate. At the end of the day, it's corporate. I can't. I'm just doing my job. So now I understand and I get it. But I also understand now that there's so many other platforms besides radio that artists need to be focused on. Because even if you do get on the radio, it don't mean it's gonna make you famous.
It don't mean no deal is waiting for you.
And what you think? I feel like we in the era now where aside from radio, the content you post yourself is more important than that shit damn near. You know, like posting on Instagram, staying up to date with vlogs, the day in the life. You know, I feel like now back in the day, it used to be like, oh, that nigga can rap. It don't matter if he fly, none of that shit. Now it's, oh, how many diamonds you got? How good can you rap? What kind of car you pulling off in?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like this. I say like this. You got to be famous to get right. So I put it this way. So the labels now, they're no longer looking for the broke kid with the dreams who just has mad talent. They don't give a damn about it because there's plenty of them.
They want a partner.
I hear some of the most talented people. You got 0 following, none of that, but they're talented, but they can't do nothing with it. You almost have to just be like, it's almost like when you see a stray dog and you can't do nothing about it. Like, it sucks to see that. I hate the man, he's probably cold. And you gotta just keep going. All right, and this is the truth.
Nah, for sure.
Because the labels, when they are gonna sign when they're going to sign an artist, they want you already with all the checklists before they even, because if they're going to invest hundreds of $1,000s in you, they want you to already have 100,000 something followers already almost. Like, you have to almost build yourself up, or do you have a natural, you already have an organic fan base of your stuff. Yeah. Then they're going to swoop in and try to get you because they done already fired all the marketing department. They done laid that off 5-6 years ago already, 10 years ago almost now. They don't have marketing departments and promotion departments to try to build an artist. They want you already built because they're in the social media era now where you can get a TikToker that can blow up, and if he's already famous, then well shit, and we can put him on a song now, and it's already done deal. He's already got the fan base good to go. He hits the ground running. We ain't got to sit here and try to market this guy and try to make him a star. They're not going to try to make you a star at all no more, right? And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, you can't really hate the game. That's the game today. Yeah. You just got to understand that, and so for a lot of artists, when they do ask me, like, how do you get on the radio? Or how can I submit? You can't. There is no emails where you can submit your song no more. You can't.
That shit dead.
It's dead.
So, I want to ask you, like, so where were you in life? Let's talk, like, the creation of Hustletown. Like, how did that come about? What made you want to make that selfless decision to be more so like, instead of me chasing the dream,
You just said it right there. So that's very key. If y'all watch that, rewind what he just did and listen to that right there. So it was a self-sacrifice in a way that really, to me, is what gave me the blessings that helped everything else just open up, right? So like I was saying earlier, I was rapping for 15 years, right? I knew I was good, but I also knew I was good at the marketing. While I made the video, like I just shot my own videos, did my own stuff, edited them and all that for a group of like 10 artists that was in my label at the time, right? I was rapping from 2000 to 2015, and then I had a life-changing moment that ended up becoming the best thing that ever happened to me, which was at the time I was in a toxic relationship. I was going through. I was driving trucks at the time, and I was still trying to do music, but I was trying to get out of a toxic relationship at the time. And I don't mess with that domestic shit. Like I've been in that type of shit before already. So I know when it comes to shit like that, I'll just walk away. I'm not finna be arguing with you type of shit, right? For sure. And having laws all up in my business. You know how it is. They're gonna off top. They're gonna take her side probably. Yeah. So because I didn't engage with it, man, the chick I was with grabbed my hard drive that she knew had all my life in there with all my music, everything I ever worked on, and grabbed that bitch and threw it on the ground.
Just go back and whoop her ass?
Broke it up. Ooh. Man, I wanted to, bro. I ain't gonna so bad.
Hey, it was like, bitch, you ain't gonna fuck me up. I got your hard drive, bro.
And it hurt. You gotta, man.
Well, you on that bitch, right?
And my mistakes, the mistakes I made, though, was because I was one of them artists, I was a perfectionist, so I had hundreds of songs that were all unreleased. Yeah. Like nowadays, you can record the shit, upload it on your distribution, and that bitch is up next week or whatever, cover and everything, right? Because we live in that era, but I was still out the trunk era, right? So I would put my songs together, and then some of them, like, I had like 5 or 6, 7 albums I want to do with, like, all of them kind of incomplete. Some I want to feature with someone, so I stored all my shit, right? Man. So it was in there, and everything just like literally. And I was Lil Tex at the time, was my rap name. Lil Tex died that day in like 2015 or so, right? That's cool. And so for 2 years, I was almost like one of them. I was no longer doing music, but I was also a very man, this shit on the radio, bump. The shit they playing, bump. Fuck that. They need to play some real shit. They need to play the Texas shit. Cause I'm a very Texas person, so I'm just, everything's me. UGK. I'm jamming that type of shit, whatever. And so fast forward a couple years, I had to start talking to Jessica Jeans 2015, 2016, something. So her being, on the radio, no, luckily I was no longer an artist no more because I would have been the whole time trying to play my shit, So it worked out perfect timing that part of my life ended and this new part started where again I'm peeping game how it is more as a radio jock. She's not an artist, so I'm seeing how it is on their end and the shit they got to deal with from artists and stuff like that. So when the time came, like I said, for her to come up with a platform or something, and they told you try to come up with something, she brought it to my attention. I was like, all right, well, let's create this type of Rap City the Basement / street flavor type of vibe that for the new school and to do it with the cosign of the box, which was the biggest. That was as long as it's done right, it's gonna do good, especially having the box behind it.
Sure.
So that's when we started Hustletown Network, and from there, like literally everything I want to do is just open doors because again, Lil Tex was just sacrificed, and I could have sat there and tried to, I'm in now. Let me try to go and drop more record. I had to make a choice. I said, look, I can't be. I didn't want to be the guy in front of the camera. I never wanted to be in front of the camera. It was supposed to be Jessica in front of the camera and me behind the camera. That guy like trying to, I wanted to just be in the background and just say executive producer Tex type of thing.
Making shit happen in the back,
just making it on the background. And eventually I ended up having to be in front of the camera just because of the people I would put in front of the camera never worked out or whatever. And I realized I had to just fill in and it just became, I was like, oh shit, maybe I'm supposed to be
I can do this, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm a better dot connector because there's people in the game that are supposed to be more the dot connectors than the actual talent.
The actual talent, yeah.
The actual talent, some people got that and, and that's cool. But being around the radio and being around the people in the radio, how they think and how the industry is, and just backstage at places, you start to see. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, some people are supposed to be the talent, and really, it's a young man's sport on hip hop. It's crazy to say that, but it's true. It's kind of like the labels. Not only are they looking for the guy with the million followers, but they're looking for the young talent.
18, 19.
In radio, I mean, in the music industry and in the record label world. Once it's like playing ball, like these rappers, I mean the basketball players and shit like that. By 32, 33, they're already having to retiring. Like they want them in their prime to here. Yeah. That's really the golden era. So once I started realizing that too, I was like, okay, well maybe I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be now, that I've already had the experience, had fun with that. But as long as I don't sit here and start trying to play my own records and play my own videos too and force feed people that shit. Yeah. It just started working out good. I'm like, all right, cool, never rap again. And I guess that was the secret after 15 fucking years. Yeah. That was the blessing, was like, yo, sacrifice, because again, it's like self-sacrifice. It's almost like, and I compare this sometimes, and sometimes people's like, what the fuck? Like Jesus, right? Like he sacrificed Jesus for the other people to flourish. It was like me to sacrifice my rap music to go ahead and be someone to help open the door to let everybody in.
That's how life go, though, man. In order to gain, you must first release.
Exactly. You know and I didn't understand that at the time. And sometimes as an artist, and I see it a lot of times with artists that I work with, they have that dream, and it's a self-gain thing when you're an artist in a way, because it's about how can me, and I get a lot of me's all the time over the phone. Like we got the shopping spree coming up. The second they see Mexican OT on that flyer, here comes everybody else. Hey, I'm gonna pull up. Okay, cool, pull up. All right, next question. I can get a flyer, OG? You don't need one. Like I need to promote him, D Baby, Lil Flip, whoever's coming in there that's gonna pull up. That's who I need the flyer with, you know. Yeah. So, but again, I see it all the time. Everyone, what can you do for me? There's a me in all these questions. And and I don't, because they don't. At the end of the day, I was there. Like I said, I understand how it is. I understand how they move, how they think, stress, struggles. I get a lot of people that don't like me sometimes as artists, but because they see me like putting like Mexican OT all the time. I'm like, why you always being on him? You don't go nobody else. It's like, well, I only got so much time, and it's like I'll know when it's time for me to have to start messing
transition with somebody else.
Yeah, and if not, then again, it's and people say call it pay to play, but it does cost to be seen, right? So when I do
pay or get popping, that's what they say.
There's platform, like same thing with me. Like if I'm doing interviews too, I'm gonna want to interview some of the legends and all that. But if someone else wants to do an interview, I may not say no, but pay for my time then or something like that. Like if someone just out of left field want to come on here, Man, help put some money into the pot. Then you're gonna have to somewhere pay then to get seen. You got cost to be seen in all angles in nowadays. Now we don't have to go and print up our CDs and package them up and all that.
There's a lot of things we don't have to do no more.
But you got to go and now put that same cost you would have put into putting your CDs out the trunk into putting into the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, the videos, all those things, the attire. Everything. Look up the part because like everything is imagery now.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to damn near look like what you rap about before you get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it just went from one expense to another expense. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
One pot to another pot, but it's still a big investment.
Yeah.
Being an artist is a big investment.
There's a lot of factors when it comes to the music side. Even the look too, like you were saying. Yeah, you got to look the part sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes you got a hot ass record, but you look whack. That right there could help you. Can make them labels be like, he's
can't
cool,
sell it.
But how are we supposed to sell that?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So
and that's what people fuck up. You make a good song and you forget. You got to sell this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to make people want to hear this motherfucker. Yeah. You know? So making a good record is just half of it. It's not even half of it. That's like 15, 20% of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what was your introduction to, like, some of those, I would say, like, premier level artists that you work with, like the Mexican OTs, the D-Babies, and things like that? Like, how did you link in with them?
So it started, what really kind of jumped me in and kind of gave me that first cosign as far as with Hustletown Network as a platform, was, again, back to South Park Mexican again. It was like full circle because he kind of was my intro into the music scene. I went through all that circuit. And then when we started in 2017, it was like we're doing interviews at the radio station. And the first people we had brought in, was GT Garza at first, because at the time...
Shout out to GT Garza, man. That's the homie, man.
Yeah, at that time, GT Garza, I'll tell you like this, GT Garza and That Boy T were holding down the Mexican scene for like 10 fucking years.
10 years.
It was just them two being mentioned. There were other rappers, like including myself, all these other people, but the ones the only ones that were...
Being spoke about
was them two, right?
Facts.
And even in this is why I like to do what I was doing with Hustletown, was because I now put us more in a bigger light. Like with the car shows, it would be like performing live, Lil Flip, Slim Thug, it's ESG, and more. We were the and more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, first interview we did was with GT Garza, but then after that I did Carly Coy, Low G, Carolyn, all the Dope House people, because I knew our platform, it was going to be called Hustletown Network. I wanted to get that cosign from Mr. Hustletown himself, in South Park Mexican. Yeah. So we had brought them in, and then she had put them on the phone, and we talked to them, let them know what we're doing. Hey, that's cool. I'm glad the box is starting to show some love to the Mexicans and this and that. Okay. And so we initially got that cosign from him to go ahead and keep going. Now I'm good. We got that avenue out the way. It's good to go. So now we just kept going, and but I started working with him also. He had brought us on board to set up a lot of it. Like he has a Day of Unity festival he would do every year.
Yeah, for sure.
And so he had brought me in to start being the connection for the radio station to promote it and also promote. And he got to see what I was doing, how I was doing the promotion social media wise, and making his event look fucking badass.
Right.
Because he can run some moves still to this day from behind bars. Like he ain't lost a note at all when it comes to all the moves he's able to still make. He's on that phone 24/7 making moves out here, and he's got his money, he's got all that to invest and all that stuff. So he had brought me on under the Dope House to help him social media, get him into the social media realm, right? So I started working with him, and then because I was working with him, being seen on the Dope House pages and all that stuff, because at the time, still Dope House, so like I said, GT Garza and That Boy T in the free, but SPM, ain't nobody top his numbers for like 20 straight years. He was still the top selling Latino in Texas, until finally Mexican OT was the one actually who had broke that record like 5 times bigger than what he had. Yeah. It was crazy. So I'm gonna get into the OT thing. But so yeah, it was working with him first, and then I started working with Screwed Up Records a lot too in the South Side, and I started doing a lot of stuff for the South, South by Mexican. But then I started during the pandemic started kind of happening now around that time, 2019, 2020, and all that, and. That's when I was doing a lot of virtual performances and stuff like that before the mic drops things.
Yeah.
We're actually holding the mic. in doing those performances.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of stuff for Screws people, Big Bub, Big A, and everybody. So I kind of started getting into there. And eventually, Hustletown became more of, I never really liked the whole point of it being just a Latin thing, because at first it kind of started as a Latin segment that the box was like, here, y'all can have y'all's, do that. That's cool. Y'all do that over there. We give y'all a little cosign. But it was more YouTube stuff. It still wasn't on the air or nothing like that. But I started working more with Screwed Up Records and them, just getting familiar with all the OGs and all that, man.
Yeah.
Basically paying my dues to Screw, too, because now that I do so much Screw stuff, and no one can ever sit there and come in and be like, he just taken from the game. Because I brought a lot back to Screwed Up Records, made a lot of money for them.
You made them visible again.
Yeah. I mean, I put them...
from an outside and a social media perspective.
Right.
Which is
got their social media game up and all that stuff.
You made them visible again. Because being seen is not staying relevant.
Right.
You have to be seen to stay relevant.
And I did 100% of it for 100% free. Like, just working and learning, and because I had the passion, so I'd stay up 18, 19 hours straight working on that computer, editing all these stuff, 3-4 hour long virtual concerts during the pandemic when nobody could come out. I was filming this stuff and editing it, and to this day they still have the 4-disc DVD set of the virtual thing at the Screw Shop. Never asked for a penny of it, not even my logo on there. It's just there for them, so that there's money coming back into the Screw Shop now to help out, to where it's like, all right, I put in some work. And every year too, like the whole Screw Day thing that's going on now, I was the one. I mean, they've always had Screw Day stuff, because the Screw Shop celebrates his birthday, not June 27th.
Right.
That's like blasphemy. You say June 27th at the Screw Shop. It's July 20th is DJ Screw's birthday. But because the city was so more on the June 27th stuff, I was like, okay, well, on June 20th, we're going to start doing stuff for Screw. So I had a big concert in 2022 over at Graffiti Park. I brought Mexican OT, all them out there too, and all the Screw people, the SUC people, in front of Screw's face at Graffiti Park. Like, it was on a big old bus, big old crane filming this, and it would look badass. And so that was like the first, I guess you could say, official like Screw Day. And then we started doing. Now he has them at the George R. Brown Convention Center. Now. So it eventually became its own thing. Its own, his official day and everything. So I would say I had my hands in that a lot of people don't know, as far as getting, back to Screw.
Yeah. You help corporatize it.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and no, never once sit there and, hey man, I need some. I'll find the budgeting. Whatever I need. I didn't really need no budget. Just I had my cameras, my own shit. Just put in my time. My time was the investment. And so, so that solidified us on that end. And for the south side and the north side, covering all the stuff.
No nigga finna do that shit.
Because
that's why niggas be like, motherfuckers be only understanding like why we fuck with our Mexicans out here, why we fuck with our essays. Cause bro, y'all be doing shit that niggas won't do.
Man, I say like this, I worked like an essay in the rap game. You know how they say
that's real,
you work
bro.
like an essay, that term. I worked like an essay in the Houston hip hop scene.
A nigga would have did one video and then made it to two, and then been, hey, why you ain't sending shit yet with shit? I was just waiting to see like, this shit costs, like, you niggas ain't never paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? You came in with the right heart, bro, and you helped elevate the game and transition it to it right now to where they have a presence right now virtually. And from an internet standpoint, it's big, bro.
Is that where you got the name Hustletown from? Because you was like doing all the different hustles within them.
So originally it was gonna be. I came up with the name Streets on Beats because I still wanted it to be somehow themed from paying homage to SPM at first, like it being known that this is a platform that's made from Mexicans, right?
Yeah.
Not that it was supposed to be a platform for Mexicans, but just our version. Putting, how like basically like one of the house party back in the day. You remember Party 104.9?
Yeah.
We had 97.9 The Box.
And then you had Party.
Sunday nights you had the Swish House Mix, but then you had the Chopaholics, which were all the Mexicans.
Chopaholics.
So it wasn't just playing Mexicans all day, but it was owned by Univision. Yeah. You heard Mexican jocks on there, and you heard more Mexicans being played a little bit more on here than typically on the box, right?
Damn,
so I wanted my version from us. But it's still Houston culture. It's everybody. We still got the blacks. We got the Mexicans. We got everybody in here.
Yeah.
But it's something that the Mexicans are putting out. So, shout out to our program director at the time, which was Terry Thomas. She didn't think that having Streets on Beats was a good idea because across the street we had the other station that, so we just took that word, the beat and all that stuff.
Shout out to her. I ain't like her.
To Terry?
Yeah.
Terry's got she's got hit or miss on opinions depending on who you ask. I got to work with her. I got to know her because at the time when I was doing music, I was like, who the fuck is this lady? You know. Then I got to know her and understand she's the one who really co-signed and influenced us to do this. Like she's the one who said we want all y'all to have these certain platforms. And again, Terry from another city also. They're all from other cities, so she had to learn. I think she probably learned the hard way a little bit at first with the city coming towards, attacking the station one time. Yeah. Eventually, she started to understand that you gotta fuck with Texas. You gotta fuck with the Houston music somehow, some way. You gotta do it.
Yeah, who's on her neck bone?
Keep coming.
But she's finally retired. But she did give us the first cosign to do it. Gave us the okay to go ahead and do it, which changed my life, changed Jessica's life. Yeah. So it worked out. But originally it's called Streets on Beat. So I said, well, what other name? Hustletown Network. Boom. That's how we ended up coming with the name Hustletown. But now to this day, because I would say the hustle too, like we were saying, is that how you got everyone they still, if they don't know text, they just Hustletown. What up, baby? Hustletown. So I get called Hustletown all the time. Yeah. But the hustle was definitely unmatched when it came to that particular time, the hip hop scene. And again, I think it was all timing. Like I said, the platforms, the podcasting stuff had just started happening, so we kind of hit the ground early, and we were like the MTV version, like the quality we were putting out was, and looked like 97 I was putting it out. Even the box, that's how I ended up getting hired on with the station, because I was not working with them. It was just Jessica who was working with them. But because they saw how badass we're kicking the box's ass on social media. Yeah. Our Hustletown shit looked better with them than what they had. So we made them kind of start stepping their game up. And when
they had to come fuck with you. Yeah, they had to come fuck with you.
When the opportunity came that they were hiring, they were looking for someone to work in promotions, because I would never have been able to work there if they were looking for another job, because Jessica, you can't, marriage-wise, conflict of interest trying to work at the station. But because I would have been hired on as promotions, meaning I'm the guy in the street team doing all the pop-ups, being at these places, I was able to get in, and they made that. And to be honest, I'll take that back. Because we were married, I could have not ever applied or anything like that, period. But they basically made an exception, and this is going to be his boss. It's not the same bosses. We're just basically like, let's go ahead and let's get you in. So they did make an exception because the quality was that good. Yeah. Like they were, every time they would see me with Jess or something, hey, there's a husband, hey bro, you kicking it, I would get that love. Yeah. And so we that's what eventually 2019 is when I got on officially working with the box on payroll too. Me and my wife seeing each other at work and all that other stuff. It was cool, you know what I mean? But that was Hustletown, man. We put in a lot of work at the beginning on that, and then once things started opening back up after the pandemic, that's around the OT era now. OT was a pandemic, baby, I say. Because we were doing those virtual stuff, that's how we eventually came across OT. So now, Mexican OT, who that was man, y'all ready for this shit?
Nah, let's go. Let's go.
So Mexican OT, so I was doing remember I was doing the virtual concerts, right? So I did the Day of Unity one for South Park Mexican. We had, and I had someone actually playing South Park Mexican, because all I did was put a mask on him, because they were doing masks back then with the pandemic. So I put a dope house mask on a dude who looked just like him, moved just like him. I saw him on a music video one day, and I'm just like, who the fuck is that? Literally, he moves just like everything. Shout out S.A. Ray. I saw him on a video, on a Big Yogi video. So I was like, fuck, there it is right there, man. I did this virtual concert, a whole hour-long concert, and I had Low G and Rashid and all the SPMs for people from Dope House. Yeah. And I built that Dope House that's at Dope House Records now. There's a prop house that's there that I had built for the set of that whole thing. It's still there to this day. It's there to see it. What's it called? Let me see. I did the Day of Unity virtual concert. Then I did the DJ Screw one for his 20th anniversary. We just passed his 25th anniversary in November of his passing. But his 20th anniversary, I had dropped that DVD, the 4-disc DVD set, streamed on YouTube. So the next one I was going to do was one for a Cinco de Mayo one for Pop Exotico, which Exotic Pop. And then they had the Pop Exotico for the Mexicans with the Mexican color flag with the logo. And so I was collecting. I wanted to try to get all the hottest Mexicans in the city and put them on a 90-minute virtual concert. And so as I was getting everybody, I needed Peso Peso, because at the time in 2021 he was the face. now,
Yeah,
right?
he
After
was first
after Dat Boy T and GT, then they started coming Peso, the newer generation stuff. So Sauce was pushing Peso, and since he was the face of it, and I needed him, well, he was on. I couldn't get him basically. He basically said he had declined it, right? I will say that he was on an ankle monitor at the time, and he was like, "Well, I can't really." And I'm like, "We're doing virtuals. We'll pull up to you to your crib and do the shit. I don't give a damn. You got D Green over there every fucking 5 minutes shooting your video. Fuck you mean like, you know? Basically, he didn't know who we were, and we weren't really big enough to qualify to even fuck with him at the time, right? Big mistake.
No.
So, and shout out to Peso. I say this story on some podcasts sometimes. Now me and Peso are very good. He's cool, good people. I rock with Peso. He comes does stuff for me all the time. But at the time, he said no. And I'm like, well, fuck, you're gonna fuck up my whole goddamn concert. I need you. You the fucking fuck. What you mean? I'm not gonna have Peso?
Yeah.
You know, it's like doing an SUC type of concert. You're not gonna have like Kiki or some of the main people.
Yeah.
What the
Right,
fuck?
yeah.
Right? So I ended up having to go back. Somehow I came across a message from Greg Gates, which is OT's manager at the time, and he was telling me, man, hey, I heard that you're the guy to go to here in Texas, because Greg Gates lives in Atlanta. He had this artist he signed in Texas, but he didn't know the Texas scene on where to go, what to do with him.
Yeah.
And so, and I look on the video, and it's Mexican OT, just this Mexican holding up a Pop Exotico cup. I said, shit, let me click on it. And sure enough, when I start hearing it, I'm like, this motherfucker is eating. And he was good. And he was doing that thing where he rolls his R's and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck. And then in the song, this is Peso. He shoots a slug straight up. Peso, Peso, ain't got nothing on me type of line. And my Vince McMahon senses blew the fuck up. I said, if I put this motherfucker on this, at the Exotic Pop Warehouse performing on Peso's, on his platform basically, at a Pop Exotico, it's gonna fucking shut shit down. And at the time, it was a way for me to be like, fuck you too, back, you know.
Watch this.
Watch this, motherfucker. And that's what we did. I brought Mexican OT over there. He had never been to Exotic Pop, so he didn't even know that's where we were meeting. When we pulled up, he's like, man, we had Exotic Pop. He was happy. He was a very humble kid. I still say kid because they're young. And he was having fun, and even Exotic Pop, the people, Dreams, and everybody over there, Charleston, they were like, man, that dude's good, you know, whatever. And so he recorded his part of the virtual concert. So when I produced everything, it was like maybe 15 artists. OT was just the third one. He was like an opening act, right? Brick at the time, Brick Wolfpack, was the headliner of the show at the time, right? So we produced it, I put it out on Cinco de Mayo. And I'm getting a lot of people like, who's this OT guy? Well, the next day, South Park Mexican calls me from prison, and he's like I said, he's got his bread and fed. Man, he had his own digital channel. You know how they have TVs now in some of their cells. He has a really nice cell, but he has a TV in there, and it's digital over there. So it's like, he bought his own channel, like channel 59 point something, one of those type of digital channels, and then had the Dope House people feed him content from YouTube and stuff, put it on his channel just so he could watch. One viewer on this damn channel the whole time is just SPM.
Yeah.
And so he saw the concert. He was like, who's that OT guy? And man, that dude there, man, and the way he rolls his tongue, he's gonna be big. Man, put him on the phone. I want to talk to him, man. So I'm calling OT. And, you know, you got to imagine being a young kid who grew up listening to SPM. I'm talking about, hey, SPM's on the line. He want to talk to you. Yeah. So he talked to him for a while. I'm listening, like, oh, man, thank you, bro. You know, text, I love you, man, you family. You know, for putting him on with that. He was just intrigued, like, what the fuck? Overnight, shit was just starting to happen to him. And so nobody was talking about the other people on there. Like, there were a couple people there were some really good hitters, but they were just glued on him. And so I said, all right, cool. So that was that one where I'm like, all right, he got him, one is cool. So I have this contest straight out of Texas. It's a contest where we discover a lot of artists. You know, we get a winner every time, and they get like a certain package that they win, and we promote the fuck out of them. Yeah. Well, I said, all right, well, let me put them on the straight out of Texas contest, which we charge for them to get on there. It's like doing a package, right? You get an interview, you get the show, you get that all, what they do at the regular type of shows, you know. And he paid out of his pocket too to get on there. He put his money, he bet it on himself. And he was very confident he was going to win. I wouldn't say cocky, but confident, right? Yeah. And he was like, man, just watch. I'm telling you, I'm going to be the next. You know, I have so much footage on his phone of OT and early day stuff where he's like telling you, watch, I'm telling you, give me about a year, I'm going to blow up. Like, he knew it. He just fucking believed himself. And so, long story short, he wins the contest. So that's another accolade, you know. And being not just being a Latin artist, being an artist out of Houston in general, there's certain check marks you got to hit to get all these things right. You need to have the exotic pop cosign, got it. To be a Mexican to blow up out of Houston, you got to have the SPM fans on your side. Yeah, I got it because I had put him on the Day of Unity contest. When he won that contest, the Straight Outta Texas one, part of the prize was that he gets to perform at the Day of Unity concert. So now he's in front of SPM's fans, which they ate him up. They loved him. Yeah. You know, so there was all these different marks to get him that got him out of Texas. And so so from when I first discovered him, basically when he made his debut, Cinco de Mayo of 2021, within less than 12 months, by Southwest of 2022, he had already got signed to a $3.5 million deal with Interscope and Geffen. And a lot of that, the early stuff, to get him out of Texas, that was, I would say 100%, that was me, plus a couple other hands too in there. Shout out to Rocky Rocket. She's the one who referred Greg Gates to holla at me. So she kind of made that first connection. She was like, you got to get with Tex. Yeah. And then shout out, of course, Greg Gates, because I was his manager who did a lot of the other moves for him. Because once he got out of Texas, he was on his own. He did all that by himself, like the labels, them seeing him, you know, him. But I'll tell you what it was, too. It was also him dropping videos every fucking week. You know, he was already signed when he did get to me. He was signed to Greg Gates, but they were doing whatever they got to do. They were moving. It wasn't just him. It was a team already. When he pulled up to that Straight Outta Texas, I kind of already knew he was going to win because he already had like 30, 40 people that showed up for him. Everyone brings maybe their wife, 2 or 3 people, a sister. Yeah. He already had a whole group that was already screaming for him. It was like if he didn't win, it would have been like we fucking robbed him. But he won legit. He won. I never judged those contests. I would always, because I'm usually the guy who collects the money. So I would always get other people, and who they decide is like, I'll go the other way. Let's see if y'all got it. And they chose that Mexican OT, which was, the judges were Sean Solo, the producer, Carolyn Rodriguez, which was SPM's wife at the time, and then Low G, also from Dope House. So those were the ones that had, originally he won. But yeah, from there it just got bigger and bigger. Now in that time, in that first year though, I mean, we're kicking it all the time. I'll pick him up or whatever, or we'd meet up and he was showing me stuff, fresh out the studio, and, so I have a lot of that early footage of stuff that's just like, when that documentary comes for OT, y'all need to come holler at me for that. I got all the good footage, shit. And then from there, it's just, he just from there, it just kind of kept growing. I mean, eventually, once he did that Johnny Dang record, which was already an old song, he had already did that years back. He just re-recorded a lot of this stuff, But, it just changed both of our fucking lives. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he still gives me flowers to this day. Matter of fact, while we're talking on the subject, we're going to be having that Mexican OT out. I'm bringing them to my annual. I do a toy drive / shopping spree with Walmart. This is going to be the 5th annual. This particular event is something that I like to, again, I'm such a hip-hop head. This is a hip-hop type of shopping spree where we invite all the hip-hop artists, producers, entrepreneurs, business owners, anybody in the hip-hop scene to come out to Walmart from 7 to 9 p.m. I have 97.9 The Box out there, the vans, the trucks, the DJs, and we all go into Walmart like at the same time at about 8:15 or so. We all end up walking in there. We do a little countdown on the bullhorn when we have everybody walking in straight to the toy section to go buy some toys. They got to buy their own toys, but we go and then we have a line that designated to us, a couple of lines that are strictly for us. That way the taxes, they can buy more toys. They don't have to worry about taxes, stuff like that. And then they'll go and put all they give the basket to the radio jocks, which usually Joke the Smoke, my boy Tay Boogie, Yams G, everybody. And they'll put the stuff into the 97. So the thing is, like, fill up the 97.9 The Box van with as many toys as possible for the kids, type of thing, right? Yeah. So we've been doing that every year. But this year, we have Mexican OT coming out to the Walmart. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. We also got D Baby coming out. D Baby is another one right there too. I got to work with him. We're pretty close here recently. Not as close as I do with OT. I see D Baby the way I see Peso. I see them all. It's it's dabs. It's all love. They know they know the face. They know what we do. Yeah. But OT, he's coming back home to Hustletown, December 17th. We're gonna be at the Walmart on 290 in Tidwell, which again, I'm from the Northwest. That's like I'm bringing it back home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Going over there, and he'll be there, and we're inviting all of Houston to come out. this again, I do want to tell people, just remember that this is the purpose of this is that we're here to buy toys. It's not a meet and greet. It's not. We're gonna get a lot of people.
Nigga ain't no concert.
Yeah, there's no concert. Yeah. Don't ask me how you can perform. Don't ask me how. It's for the kids, right? And so, and of course, people are gonna go there. They're gonna go live. They're gonna get That's fine. I want the city to see what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Because hey, I'll be watching the Instagrams and all that and the stories and shit all year long. I see the diamonds, I see the drill, I see the strip clubs, I see the cars y'all flexing. We'll come out and flex for these kids every year at Christmas. That's like hip hop law. That should already be. It shouldn't even be something I say. That's just really law in the hip hop, right? What do you do when you blow up? You come back and you do something for the community. That's just So this is our way for me to be able to get everyone together, do something good. It's a feel-good moment, too, when especially with the toy giveaway. So now for those, the toy giveaway will be December 20th, right across the freeway on 290 in Hollister at the Northwest Educational Center, which is also where I teach a class at, too, Monday through Friday. I have a course that I teach, too, for construction. But, yeah, we're going to be giving the toys out there, which Mexican OT will also be there on Saturday for the fans giving out the toys. So for those, just to recap, December 17th is not the toy giveaway. It's a toy donation day. Yeah. And then the giveaway for those who do want or need some help and all that stuff like that for kids this Christmas, y'all can do that on December 20th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, OT will be there and friends. I'm just going to say it like that. He's bringing a bunch of guests. I don't want to put so many flyers out like that, like I am for the shopping spree, because it'll be crazy, and we don't want everybody just coming for the wrong reasons.
Shut Walmart down.
But we're gonna shut Walmart down on December 17th. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. So I want to ask.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, who are some of the artists that Hustletown is co-signing, working with right now? Like if you have a roster.
So, I would say one of the guys that's about to blow up that everybody needs to check out right now, if y'all haven't checked him out, is OC Chris. He's actually from Dallas, Oak Cliff. OC Chris.
For sure.
R&B Faux Mob's been doing his thing. He's that I'm from Texas song that they've been playing. Now those are more the ones that are like right now they're already there, getting there. Now the ones that a lot of people probably don't know about would be a guy named Charged Up. He just started going on tour with OT also, but he won the Straight Outta Texas contest here earlier this year. So I still do the contest to this day. Yeah. And this year, 2025, though, we started actually now doing, instead of picking one winner, because we were doing them every other month, which I don't want to play it out, winner every month. So we just do it one time a year, but we do a Texas tour, and we pick 25 winners. And that's kind of like our double XL freshman type of class thing, where you can win, we'll go filter through everybody and see who's the next up. But Charged Up, that guy right there puts on some good. He has a good sound, everything. He just actually won Latin Hip Hop Artist of the Year at the Broadcast Houston Awards.
Okay, well, yeah, we was up. Yeah, we sing.
Yeah. He and then also some of the guys that were on stage that performed with him too. Another guy, Tillo. He was another guy that won the Straight Outta Texas contest. Tillo, he's doing good. Tillo. He's a hell of a talented artist. And then also young J-Ro. He's actually getting pushed right now by D-Boy and No Sleep Management and all them. So he's in the right circle right there. And I'm going to say he's from San Antonio. Who else can I say? Let me think. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Kat Ramos, she's another one. She's definitely on the rise right now. Man, let me see. And this is the one thing about me being me and me being so in the eye of the artist all the time. Yeah. Is that I'm gonna forget some people. I'm gonna forget a lot of people. but definitely you got to look out for those guys right there. And oh man, have y'all got put on at TTOD Bumpy Johnson?
Oh hell yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
that guy right there. I'm trying to tell you. Look, y'all got y'all another one right there. I'm gonna say he's from Dallas. He's up there in Kenny or something. That dude right there, he's about to blow the hell up right there. I'm on his new video that he just did with Young Star. Oh, on the Wanna Be a Baller one that he's been promoting right now. He has a new one on the way right now. That dude right there. He's got some real good talent. Which actually, I don't know if y'all got to hear the new Fat Pat album.
I was gonna ask you about it. Like, what you think about it?
I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love Fat Pat. I love the South Side sound. Something about just the feel. Even the Platinum Soul records that the producers and stuff. I'm a big fan of Sean Solo's production and stuff. It just has that South Side feel, right?
No, it does.
And so that new album, man, from front to back, it's one of the rare ones that you can just jam from front to back. And it sounds like it came out damn near in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because it still brings that sound with the 2000 flavor too. But having Fat Pat with all the new school artists now, songs that he never recorded, like Slim never had songs with Paul. I mean with Pat.
Yeah.
TTOD, Bumpy Johnson, and all them guys right there. Yeah. Propane, XO.
It was dope.
Fat Pat.
I just it wasn't enough dead end on there, man.
Hey. Yeah,
and I ain't gonna funk with it.
I will say that.
It was jamming though.
Because Pat them, that's dead end right
there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I would have loved for them to incorporate dead end a lot more. KK.
Yeah.
There's no way you should do without KK.
All the original OGs.
You feel me? Like, my nigga Croc, it wasn't no way Croc shouldn't have been like, that's dead end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But other than that, it was a great body of work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, that's just me as a product of dead end. I had to say, hey, man, let's do that a little better next time. Yeah. But that bitch was jamming.
Yeah.
It's jamming. And shout out to all the artists on that motherfucker. And shout out to the homies who keeping his name alive, man. I do love that part. And like I said, not being heard and seen is not being relevant.
Right.
So for that note, and then the homies that got on the Dot, that's the homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey,
you know,
Quiet Money Dot. He was on that screw that screw
that's
virtual
bro.
we did, man.
Yeah.
That was my first time getting put on to him. He's still got that Houston sound, that South Side.
That South Side.
Like,
He's
for
super South
a new
Side.
school artist, because you remember a lot of new school artists don't sound the same as the other stuff we grew up listening to. Like I love Hawk, I love all the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but bro, super South Side. If you could make an AI, if you put super South Side 20, you know what I'm saying, 2025, you feel that go come
if Southside was a person, that's Quiet Money Dot, man. And,
like a motherfucker, man.
I tripped out. You saw GT Garza on the album. I'm like, people GT Garza's favorite rapper was Fat Pat too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hearing the new school sound mixed with the old school Pat, I mean, it was different. But again, they could have had more dead end, but they didn't go too far out to where it at least still sounds like a Red Shop record with Pat. It was what you would expect if you heard one of the original ones.
It was culturally correct.
I get disappointed. I'm very critique with a lot of, especially our Texas shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's not too many albums that sound like what it was when it was coming up. I guess it's just, even at our age, sometimes our age is showing, but I'll say, like, I'm stuck to the shit from the 90s and early 2000s, because that's what, when I was in high school, you know, they say how, like, their high school years, sometimes certain songs, they'll stick with you.
They stick with you, yeah.
It's just kind of the fun times life, I guess, the less stress-free times. Like, I don't know what you would say, but it's feel-good music. And yeah, they did good. I got to go over there to when they did the press release.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Latoria and everybody over there too.
Yeah. Like, I would have loved to see Lil Hawk on there. Yeah. Like, it was just shit that, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Man, you're right. I didn't see Lil Hawk. You feel me? I saw Lil Pat, his son, Pat's son, on there. But Lil Hawk,
Like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, let's not pick and choose, and let's not do no misservice to the reinvention of keeping people's name alive. Because it's different generations. They got different generations that you could put out there that represent them people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just don't like how when niggas do shit and play politics. I don't like that shit.
Right.
Because I think it takes away from it.
Yeah.
The substance and just the validity of it. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know. It's almost like, yeah, man. Nah. But you know, that ain't for me. But no, that definitely was an album of the year.
Yeah. I would say this.
Album of the year.
I would say this. It's definitely worth a listen. And if you're a Houston screwhead or Houston hip hop fan, you definitely want to listen to it. Check it out, and then I would say form an opinion, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of opinions just like that right there too. Especially if you're like dead end Southside, you may expect something different. And then if you're just Houston type of thing, you like the Slims and all the other type of stuff all mixed together, you probably love it.
And that's dope, because they didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah.
So not taken away from it,
right?
But just what shouldn't have been left from it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But now, man, I shit.
Do you feel like being like a Hispanic artist, Hispanic businessman, entrepreneur, involved in the hip hop market, do you feel like you ever got, what's the word, like the runaround, or like where people would try to like, where you feel like you had to bypass certain things, whether it's blackball the correct thing, or like, you know what I'm saying, had to get through certain obstacles that you feel like they trying to play with me?
Yeah. Mainly, I did a lot mainly when I was doing music. When I was doing music, I felt that way. Yeah. Now, it's mainly when people who don't know or what understand you do, what I do, what I can
understand
do.
how big.
There's some people that have dismissed me, that eventually ended up some of them I'm real close with now, or I work with now, and they understand. Even with certain artists too that I have real good relationships with now, but at the time, at first, they were kind of, like, okay, and I don't like to come across ever as too much of a fan, even though I'm a fan. I'm a fan of I was a fan first,
for sure,
right? And I'm still a student of the game, but there was a certain, even certain legends and stuff that I grew up with, that I grew up.
Tried to hold it nuts on you, man. Fuck them, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them, man.
Now I have, good relationship. I see them, and they'll know me, or they text or whatever. And even if it's just that, and I get a picture here and there or whatever, sometimes we'll do some stuff. But for the most part, like, a lot of these guys I don't kick it with like that,
Yeah.
When I see them. And then also another thing is that I know I'll call it the on-set etiquette is, you don't ever want to do too much either. Like when I bring people around certain places, let's say I take them and we're backstage somewhere. Man, I got some people that start doing this. Hey, bro, I could, do that. Or my least favorite one is when they're, hey, bro, man, hey, look, check me out, man. This
man, listen to me.
Don't ever
and
do
the
that
music
shit
playing.
Don't ever do that shit around me. If I bring you around and you get to see Flip or a celebrity or 50 Cent, don't ever start doing that shit. Start, check me out, bro. This cool shit. Oh, damn, we didn't stop recording.
Nah, y'all right.
Okay. Don't ever start doing that, trying to show your record, or even to J Mac or anybody from the station, man. That's embarrassing, bro.
Or that one with, say, man, I'm hard. I'm the hardest. I swear you gonna feel me. I swear you gonna love me. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, it's tacky. You know what I'm saying? And
it's thirsty.
And it's a dead giveaway that you don't belong in that certain room. So it's knowing how to move in these certain rooms. Like, when I'm there, sometimes when I find, and I'm backstage and I see like a celebrity, like, the rule number one, don't ever get fucking fanned out. Look like you belong back there.
Like a motherfucker.
Right? And
have some dignity, nigga.
Yeah. Now it's second nature. I already, and I because I do radio shit or whatever, and I move like them. Or you got to know when's the right time to ask for that picture. He may be busy. He might be. A lot of times they don't want to. They're not, or they might have already been pissed off at their manager or tour man, whatever. You just gotta gotta check the temperature and know when it's time, and know if they're feeling it, and then you can, then I'll slide, hey, go and get a picture, whatever. Let's get a drop or something. Right. But there's some people, celebrities that. I'm like, you know how they say sometimes you don't want to meet your favorite celebrity sometimes because you may get disappointed.
Very disappointed.
Yeah. I've had a few too that I was disappointed in, and then I've had some that I thought were gonna be real fucking.
Anybody you want a name?
Yeah. I could.
You ain't got a name, dog.
Well, maybe I won't name, but I'll name. So one that I was surprised that he was completely different than I thought he was gonna be. He was actually one of the coolest ones I see all the time. Is 50 Cent.
Yeah.
50 Cent. That's a cool motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. He's really cool. He really is. He be trolling all the time on the internet. So you can see his true character right there just from watching this shit on the internet. Yeah. He's a clown.
Nah, he real.
He's funny as fuck, and he's never been disrespectful. Even when he can't take a picture, he's got to just keep moving real fast and act like he ain't even hear me. He's still respectful. He's cool. Yeah. And 50's probably been one of the coolest one. T.I. is cool. Shit, Post
kind of stuttered right there. You kind of stuttered right there. You cool?
Yeah. T.I. I had to think. I was like, at the time, okay, has he hold me out or something?
Did Post Malone be like, damn, this nigga weird for real?
Yeah.
When you met him?
Nah.
Oh, he seemed normal?
No, he was normal. I met him. He was doing sound check at the Woodlands when he was gonna do a concert.
Was he rolling on the floor?
No. Almost. I could tell he was already on whatever the hell he was on.
Yeah, he was Maloning already.
He was already screaming and doing extra more than he needed to just for the sound check. You know what I'm saying? And then, but he's so friendly. He gets the whole team on there. They do a little hugs and they're doing dumb shit. He's acting stupid.
Everybody love.
He's Post was cool, man. I like Post Malone.
Yeah.
Now too. With Radio One, the company I work with. not only do we own, 97.9 The Box and Magic 102, those have been the two stations for years, and Praise 92.1, but they just bought, they acquired Cox Media in 2023, which owned 93Q Country, 106.9 The Eagle, all the white stations basically, right? Yeah. So the black stations ended up buying all the white stations, and they got bigger now, right? So now it's like 6 stations that I work for too now because I'm under Radio 1.
Yeah.
So I get to also be at all the country shit too. Like, put it this way, the rodeo. Every year when we work the rodeo back to just 2 years ago or whatever, we had that one day, Black Heritage Day, where we were there. Yeah. Every other day we weren't there. It was all country shit.
Now you out there.
That's 93Q Country territory, right? Yeah. Right? So now that I'm with 93Q Country, we're there like every day, and we get to see all of them, Morgan Wallen, all these other, Post Malone, because he's country now too. He's a country artist now. We get to be in all those events, be at the cook-off, be acting a fool, and it's a vibe too, because
shit show.
Imagine a black station buying the white station, we acting a fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? And we bringing some flavor around that building. Yeah. We moved into their building in the Galleria, and so it's like. It's you can just imagine how funny it is sometimes too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell them they ever need
the
a
white folks fucking with us over there now.
Yeah.
No, they love us. They cool. They love some Radio 1 over there.
Yeah. Tell them they need some red skin up there, man. Tell them holla at me.
Yeah, man. It's a vibe, man. Now one thing I will say that tripped me out is seeing Beat King. His last video is on his phone. He'll never see the light of day, but his last words being said was right is there, and that tripped me out because he had a aneurysm or his health issue that happened right at the station while we were filming a video of him. He was about to be on Good Morning H-Town, and he came in because he was going to be promoted. It was like a Beat King takeover that we were doing at the station, and. So we had recorded a video, and he brought all these strippers with him, and it was like a funny thing that he was doing. He's coming out the elevator, jamming his shit, and acting a fool, and shake that ass. You know how GBQ shit, right? And man, in the video, he was in there talking. Right when we get in the lobby, he was just like, man, why I feel so dizzy? And then he sat down, and so we cut the camera because we thought he was going to redo a take, or maybe we'll do another one or whatever. And man, he wasn't. He started looking like he was falling asleep. We even thought he was playing. And sure enough, they started checking on him, and it's like, oh shit, it's serious. Yeah. But they had to call the paramedics, and they came and they got him, and they took him down, and then he was in the hospital for 2 days, and then he passed, and we got the news he had passed. But it was tripped out right there, and that footage got destroyed. It's not even here no more. It's just that was something that I would never let see the light of day at all, right? Yeah. But that. Yeah, it was kind of fucked up because B King is one of those relationships I probably had a good relationship with too. He was real cool.
He was cool as hell.
Humble ass dude.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was doing music around the same time when I was back in Jersey Village with Lil C and them. I want to say there was a feud at one point between that group and his group. And so I remember him back when he was with C3. C3 when he shouted out C3 a lot on his stuff. I remember that. But yeah, he always gave me flowers on how 97.9 The Box, the digital team stepped their fucking game up at the station. Yeah. Now we're just killing it. In the past less than 10 years so far. But that was one thing right there that was kind of tripped out. But just getting to see a lot of the Houston guys all the time too. We see them all the time. Paul, Slim, they come out of the station all the time. And then any other celebrity I'm trying to think of. Marlon Wayans was a dick one time. I ain't gonna lie. He was kind of.
He was a dick.
He was one of my favorite actors and comedians, right? Marlon Wayans. Fucking who doesn't love Marlon Wayans? Especially fucking Don't Be a Man.
I always thought he was goofy.
Shit. Well, see, that's me too, boy. When he comes in off camera, sometimes he was not goofy. He was like a complete opposite.
Like a diva.
No, not even. Just more like just a street motherfucker. Not street. Well, yeah, like where I'm like, hey, what's up, baby? He would like, man, we'll fucking move around. Yeah. Like what you asked me earlier, is there anybody that was just kind of dismissive? He definitely was probably the one. And then I had a quick, I'm like, I'm gonna get my fucking picture, fuck him.
Nah, for sure.
and so still, same thing, right? When he's like, hey man, let's get a pic. Then you got to kind of, all right, yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
shout out to
Marlon. Punk him.
I was still my tickets to a Marlon Wayans show though. No, because at the end of the day too, and I understand how it is to be an artist. Even though I'm not an artist, not that, but I understand their schedule. Right? There's times where OT's been like that with me and before too, where you could tell he ain't feeling it. He just, again, you don't want to do too much. Like, I don't ever like to be that guy that, what's up, baby? You forgot about your boy? I stay away from them guys. When they start saying shit like that, like, oh, you instantly come off as a hater. So, but there's times where I pull up to the show, you can tell he's mad, and him and his management done been arguing all goddamn day. 9 times out of 10 when I pull up, that's usually the case. I'll see the manager, hey, what's up? OT, he's good? Yeah, he's in the back, man. He ain't talking to me right now. That's just OT. He's a young guy, but artists in general, it's different from when he didn't have money in his pocket. And it's not even the money, it's the schedule. It's the bullshit. It's the, these guys got a lot of shit. So I don't know. Marlon Wayans was probably on a damn multiple, because he had his show at the Improv, so he was going to do here, he was going to do the beat, he was going to go to do his station runs.
Shit,
It might have been, it could have been jet lag, it could be a lot of reasons. So I try not to hold it too much against some of these guys. But for the most part, it's more like 80, 90% love all the time. They know when it's time to smile and be that person, and then they get their whatever they do after they leave. I don't give a fuck. But, but then, there's been occasionally some that, I can never meet him. I'm perfectly fine with never meeting that person again.
So 2026, Hustletown, what you got lined up? What can we expect to see going into the new year?
So 2026, I would say the main thing that we're really focused on pushing right now is our, we have a channel, the Hustletown Network, an app that you can download on a Roku TV. I saw you have a Roku TV down here. If you have a Roku TV, currently, we're eventually going to start doing Fire Stick and the other one, Fire TV and the Apple TV. The main ones, any TVs these days usually have the apps and shit already built in. But you can download the Hustletown Network app on Roku right now. That's like right now we're currently playing a lot of, it's just music videos, kind of like MTV2 back in the day, or BET Uncut, but it's playing all of us, Quiet Money Died, Sauce,
That's
OT, and then we kick it to 25 Lighters, and it's playing all the culture stuff. It's a perfect mix because I curated the fuck out of it. So it's infamous text all in there, you'll be able to see. And then it still has the radio sounders in between the songs, which is what it gave us our first cosign too, is hearing that the Hustletown Network, all that shit like that. So it's like watching a live version of the radio. You even hear G-Man on there and talking like it's radio, but it's the visuals. So right now we've been mainly pushing that because, for one, we blew up on YouTube, but our YouTube channel is other people's content. It's their music. So we get flagged every fucking day, which to those who don't know, when you put on songs that aren't yours on YouTube, majority of the time, especially if it's a local or underground guy that's not so big, it's just a slap on the wrist. You can get those all day long. You're fine. Your channel nothing will happen. It's the bigger ones, like bigger records, like because OT blew up so big, and like out of my top 5 videos, I want to say like 2 of them are OT stuff. Maybe one's SPM and 2 DJ Screw. Those are my top 3 of Hustletown Network. But it's other people's shit, and so I can't monetize on it. Plus, some of them have been getting blocked. Some of the best stuff OT's been getting blocked in all territories. Because again, so with the Roku, I can play all that shit. I can play all the good stuff, and plus, I just don't want I want to go to the next thing. Right? You keep doing the same thing over and over again. You're gonna get old. Other people are gonna come in. Now, since we started Hustletown Network, there's so many other platforms now, and that's what we want. That's really what we started for. I've never been like, oh man, everybody do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. The artists need this because we got more artists. We got supply and demand. We got plenty of demand of artists. We're not gonna have a shortage of artists anytime soon. So platforms like yourself, Rap Economics, Mike D's, like that's what we
it's
want.
Needed.
But at the same time, I don't want to sit here and just be constantly trying to. Well, what about it? No. So we're the next thing, like I said, is the Roku right now. We will be doing another Straight Outta Texas in 2026 every year annually. So when we do post that, stuff like that, anybody watching, y'all be sure to hit us up. And if you're not following right now, also follow the Hustletown Net on Instagram and Hustletown Network on TikTok. And then, of course, follow myself, infamous_text. I'll bolt that shit right there. And you'll see anything they see that, there's usually the info's right there, or shoot a DM, and we'll give you the details on that as far as anybody who wants to make it to that next level. Because ever since LT blew up, now people see, and I've had thousands of artists on our stages before and in front of our cameras, and it won so far. That just goes to show you, it's possible. but it's very rare
the odds
too.
the odds are the odds, man.
So, you know, and one thing I would suggest to artists too is, man, learn all kinds of shit. Don't just put your money on just the fucking music.
Yeah.
Right? This is why.
Learn how to background dance.
Yeah. Being there like Diddy on that fucking performance video I seen all damn week.
It's Diddy.
Man, that Diddy shit broke my heart, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was big on Bad Boy and Diddy. Puff Daddy was the damn first album I got on a CD. Was the Puff Daddy and then the Notorious Regular Die. No, not the Regular Die. The other one though, he came out. Life After
Death.
The two disc one. That was right around the era when I was kind of getting into music and all that shit. Or listening to, not getting into it, but listening to it as a fan.
Yeah.
So seeing that Diddy shit, goddamn.
Now we see
Bro,
it.
how do you, I gotta ask your opinion.
Yeah.
Daddy and Red, all this Diddy shit, man. Have you seen it? Did you see the new documentary?
I seen it.
Yeah.
Bro, what do you think? I just gotta ask.
I think it gave you the psyche of the person who everyone talks about how he is. I understood why he is how he is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It made me identify with, that's why he beat the shit out of the women. Yeah. Because his mama was beating the shit out of him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, when they said, you know, he hate to lose. Oh, that's why you go so far to be decisive and you know, you don't want nobody to have no better friends than you, and can't nobody have no man better than you, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it made me understand them.
Games that he'll play.
Yeah.
Man, that was I ain't gonna lie, seeing that 50's a fucking fool. 50 he be trolling.
He's an intelligent fool.
Want to goddamn have a beef with him.
He's an intelligent fool, man. I fuck with 50, man.
Yeah. It was good. It was definitely a must watch. I'm gonna probably binge watch that during Christmas or some shit. I saw like 3 episodes. I said, you know, I'm gonna say that to like when I'm on Christmas Day, I'm gonna just watch that. Watch the Diddy documentary. Man, that shit was tripping.
And it was put together good.
It was, man, and that's crazy how they get all this shit. Like, I could see, you know, getting a couple of clips from a homie or something, but damn, man, like he literally recorded all his shit, kept the cameras rolling. And then it all goes to the hands of 50. And if 50 got the bank to get it, he'll get that fucking footage. And Netflix, he got them in the back pocket. You know what I mean? So another thing other than that too, movies. I've done some films before, but that's what 2026. Got like multiple scripts already written too for all kinds of films that I want to do, different ones. I mean, comedies, dramas, actions, all that.
Let a nigga know I'm ready.
Trust me. And I've done a lot of casting for a lot of films. I produced on the 33rd, the Next Generation, the new one. Yeah. And my name's on there. If you watch the credits, I'm at the very last one. Yeah. But I did all the drone footage, all the B-roll footage that you see in the beginning of the film that's shown on the South Side and all that, the screwed up records. Yeah. Those are all my footage. That I filmed around the time when we were doing all the DJ Screw stuff over there. So a lot of that I had sent over to D-Rec and them for when they were putting that film together. But it was an accolade for me because I literally was a fan of part 1 and 2 back in the day. I had the DVDs and shit, and it was full circle to now be on part 3, the new generation, to be part of the production.
Be a part of the production, yeah.
That was like, bro, again, became such a Houston fan that I ended up becoming embedded in the Houston culture too, because I was doing certain things I didn't even know was making moves until I just remember them saying, he's gonna be doing the part 3, and I was already busy doing other stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll send them some footage, and sent it over. And then then when it came out, I was like, man, I didn't get to make the premiere, but I I watched it as soon as it came on Amazon. First fucking scene is my clip. Very first scene, I'm like, oh shit. That's all my shit in the beginning. I thought I'd be lucky if I see a quick little B-roll clip of a establishing shot showing the drone footage or whatever, and then it gets to the scene. Man, that shit right there was all in the beginning of the motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit. So it's still, and they did good with it. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good one, with the new generation they got. And then also one more thing too, Texas Combat Sports. That's the boxing promotion. So I do that with the Northwest Educational Center, the school that I teach at. They own the boxing promotion, which they have me and Anthony Sanchez, the guy who's Check Game. Have you ever seen him on? Check Game, little Mexican. We both host the boxing events now too, which is getting me more also into the. I've always been a production guy. I love production, right? Like when I go to concerts, I usually enjoy watching more of the behind the scenes, what's happening before the next thing happens, right?
Yeah.
Like when I used to go to wrestling shit all the time, my son, huge fan of wrestling and stuff. I'd be watching what they're trying to distract you to get you to see in the ring, and while they're changing up the set, and you already can tell someone big's about to come out. Before the bell ring, before they win, someone's about to come out because they're setting up. Pyro's already right here. And doing this. Why these cameramen over here? And why these guys with the crates doing certain? Something's about to happen. Yeah. And I would always be right because I would start being on the production side, checking everything out, right? So with the boxing, I build the now I have a team of students that build the entrances for me. Remember I told you I built the dope house at Dope House Records? And we did, like I said. So now, because I teach construction school, we have the students that need hands-on training.
What the fuck don't you do, nigga?
Man, no shit.
Do everything.
God damn.
Hustletown.
And as I'm talking, saying this shit, I'm still in my head. I'm like, damn, that's damn. But yeah. So we have the students that and they love what I do. They see all the stuff I'm doing and shit. They follow me on the social, and so it's cool. You know, they're like, man, this is dope. Yeah. It's motivating. You know what I mean? Especially when they go to the shows and they see all the work they just did. Where the boxers are walking out and the lights, and we plugged everything up and set up the whole. I mean, I make that shit like WWE for a boxing promotion that just started in February of this year. That's barely ain't even made a year yet. We've had 6 shows that have all been double sold out. I mean, every seat and all standing room only has been sold out, and all the fights have been good. Like, I mean, they're like majority of them, more than half, end up in some type of knockout, either a knockout or technical knockout. They don't go a full round sometimes, which is also rare for a boxing promotion. Usually, how many times y'all watched the boxing fight that it was amped up and ain't no knockouts? That shit. It was all just mid-ass fights. You know, okay, they went the whole 12. It was just like I wanted to see better. Damn, we could have did something else. Yeah. But this Texas Combat Sports, we're the newest bad boys in the city as far as the boxing realm right now. Like on the boxing scene, we're definitely number one right now. We got the next one's going to be in February. I want to say February 21st. The date, I forget the date. They just announced the date earlier today at the meeting we were talking about. But it's in February 2026. Damn. Yeah. And that's going to be, I'm feeling that second hand now too a little bit.
I know you is. What were the hot thoughts?
Now I'm starting like, so the boxing shit. The production's off the chain. Y'all got to come out to one of them. Come out.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm sure y'all like boxing. Who doesn't like boxing? Like I said earlier, I was never a sports guy. I didn't do sports in school. I don't have the patience to watch sports either at all. I love my hometown teams. I rock the hometown team shit all the time just because I'm a hometown supporter. I'm a Houston guy. But I cannot sit through no goddamn game, especially a baseball game. Fuck no.
Oh, yeah,
I just can't. It's too boring. I can't do it. My mind won't. When I go to these games, a lot of times we're there with the station or whatever, and they give us tickets or whatever. Man, I'm there to walk around, cup in my hand, and just be fucking chilling. Sitting different spots. If I'm not sitting front fucking row, I'm gonna be moving the fuck out somewhere else. Yeah. And so, but with boxing, I can fuck with boxing. I can fuck with that. And so we build all the stages. I do all the programming for the music so in between when the boxers right in between their round, when they ding ding ding, they go to their corners, boom, it's shit whatever I programmed them to be playing and shit. Yeah. So we're playing like some Mexican OT. We're playing the shit it's H-Town as fuck. Yeah. Paul Wall come in there and different songs. So it's a Tex twist. You're definitely here to influence the Hustletown influence at a Texas Combat Sports show. And that's there's a lot of people's hands involved in it as far as what they do. So it's a hell of a big team, you know what I mean? But and being the face of it, basically, as far as being on the mics, hosting, and in between every fight, y'all go get y'all drinks, we back at it again, baby. I'll be on there the whole time, and again, also Anthony Sanchez too. He's in the ring, I'm on the stage. We just kind of both work the mics and work the crowds and shit like that. Yeah. And but that's 2026 right there. Just look out for a lot of Texas Combat Sports.
We in that thing.
Yeah. We're gonna be. I'm gonna have y'all up there soon, man. But I appreciate y'all, man.
For sure. Likewise. Appreciate you for coming through to the platform. Man. Y'all ain't subscribed. If you ain't got your Roku yet, man, go make sure you download that Hustletown app. Go
this
lock
nigga
in
high as shit.
On YouTube, go lock in on Instagram.
He was high before I even got here. Y'all motherfuckers was already high. I walked in here, I said, oh, my Lord. I already knew it. I said, shit, by the time I'm done with this motherfucker, man, I'm finna be high. Don't get me wrong, I smoke too. Like, I smoke. I usually, because I do so much production shit and I have like a lot of shit kind of back to back depending on me, if I get high, it ain't gonna get done. Yeah. Like, I got into now to where, if I smoke, I'm gonna want to chill the rest of the day. Then I'm gonna be walking, and then I'm gonna be like OT and some of these celebrities all grouchy and pulling up like, man, all right, man, let's do this. Well, come on, man, goddamn. You know what I mean? So I have to, now I had to just train myself to just mainly, I won't smoke all day. Cool, get all the production out the way, and then I fire it up as soon as I get home. That's another thing, one more shout outs too, man. Shout out to all the dispensaries that rock with me, because it's like the more I got away kind of from smoking. I used to smoke all the damn time. You know how you smoke? You gotta smoke. You gotta smoke to go inside of a movie theater. You gotta smoke to go inside of Walmart. I gotta smoke first before I do
ride.
Yeah. Roll up a sweet before the ride to go get some more Rillos. Like, you know. But now the more I've kind of stepped away as much and not smoke as much, the more I get weed dispensaries that putting my name on strains and different stuff, and you know, and which is good. I like that. Who doesn't want that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's now as I'm having to market it even more. And of course, what do? They give it to you too. So it's like, you know, so anyways, I love weed and I love my dispensary. Shout out to that's like day one shit right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?